Pleasure without promise. You might be thinking, what does this mean? Well, in the last video, I covered the 10 Commandments, and in February, I'm going to be talking about things that the world has normalized. And I'm not condemning anybody, I'm just recognizing truth and then recognizing what's going on in today's world. And one of the most common struggles in today's world is adultery, the 7th commandment. Committing adultery is one of the most normalized things in today's world. And it's treated as entertainment, accomplishment, and just a normal part of life. But what does adultery really mean? And a lot of times people might just think it's cheating on your girlfriend, or watching that inappropriate video, or doing that thing in your room alone. But it's not all just about an action. It's about how we view people. It's about what we let in our mind and how we view others. It's separating sex from the love and the commitment and the responsibility, because sex is sacred. Sex is very intimate and it's meant for true love, which is connected to love and commitment and responsibility. But when we just casually do it, we just are separating it from those things. It was meant to be sacred. In the Bible, it was treated as sacred. It's a powerful, bonding, and covenant-based commandment. It keeps us protected. And I'm currently reading the Old Testament, and in a lot of the old books, God compares Israel and Jerusalem as a prostitute. And there were punishment. It talks a lot about punishment in the Old Testament. And it talks about the way that they turned away and the way that they gave away their bodies and were like prostitutes. And I'm personally reading this right now. And it's not because God hated the pleasure. It's not because God hated what he created. It's because God understands what it was destroying. It was destroying their love. How can you love God if you can't love the other people around you? How can you be responsible, and how can you be trustful? We need to trust God, and we need to let him trust us. But if we're breaking this covenant, then we're proving that we're untrustworthy, we're unresponsible, and unfaithful. It's tied to having that commitment. It's tied to having that trust and having that faithfulness. But in today's world, this culture has shifted the aspect of it into something completely different, to something normal. And I haven't been around long enough to tell you when this happened or why it happened. But if I had to guess, it was when the phone was created. It was when social media became popular. And that's where it started. And then it led to now all the advancements we've made, all the things that we've been through since the phone was created to now. It used to not be seen on the internet. It used to be hidden and sacred, and it wasn't casual. But now, everything is public. Everything is on your phone. Everything is on TikTok and Instagram, and you see it in everybody's lives, and you know what's going on. And it's totally different. It's became more casual nowadays. And now, instead of a covenant, it's just an experience, and it's a flex, and it's a need, and it's something you see everyone else doing. And when we see other people talking about it and doing it, it creates this pressure on us. It'll teach your mind to think, if they want it, then I should want it. If they're doing it, then I'm missing out. But I want to tell you guys that other people's desires don't have to become yours. And obviously, it's something we all struggle with. But don't let what you see other people do influence you. Don't let it create your desire. And if it does, then you need to get away from that, and you need to guard your heart in that way. The Bible doesn't just tell us not to do it. It warns us against it, and it shows us what will happen. It leads to, when we commit this adultery or this act that we know we shouldn't be doing, it leads to a bunch of different things, such as losing trust or having less trust, like in general, with the people around you, with your family and your friends, just not trusting them as much, not trusting God as much. It can lead to confusion between what's intimate and what's validation. It can lead to difficulty bonding long term. So if you're just in and out of the dating game, then you might struggle in the future sticking to one person, which we need to be faithful for that one person in the future. We need to save ourselves for that one person in the future, because there is that one person out there God has for you, whether you've met them or not, whether you know them. We need to save ourselves from them. We can't just go around giving ourselves to everybody. We need to stay faithful to that person. We need to trust in God to deliver us to that person. When the time is right, we can give ourselves to them and they give themselves to us. That's the form of intimacy. That's why it's sacred, because it's meant for one person. It's not meant to just be given out to everybody. When it's separated from this commitment, it trains our mind, and we see people more as objects than a human being, more as a form of pleasure than our sister in Christ, made in the image of God. Our fulfillment decreases. Obviously, we can't fill that hole other than with Jesus. And it trains our heart to connect without staying. We get connected to them and we have these feelings for them, but it's not going to work out. They're not the right person for you. And we've all been through this struggle, this temptation, this desire. We all have it. And if you feel like you've beaten it, if you feel like it's gone away, it hasn't. You're just in a strong season right now. Stay strong. But if when that temptation comes back, you'll be stronger and you'll be prepared. And knowing the truth of God, knowing the truth of the Word, knowing the truth about it doesn't remove that desire. It's still going to be there, still going to come back. But when you're actually fighting the battle, it gives you clarity and you know what to expect and what to do and why it's wrong. In the book of Romans, it tells us to not conform to this world. And that's what I'm speaking about in the month of February. I'm here to tell you guys that just because something is normalized, just because you see it everywhere and everyone else is doing it, just because everyone is talking about it, doesn't mean you need to. You don't need to conform to this world. You need to focus on God and focus on life and what is meant for you. Don't let their desires come onto you, and so then you have to fight them. Controlling yourself is a choice. You can choose to obey God and choose to deny those temptations, or you can choose to go into them and go through with them and fail to them. It is freedom. Self-control is freedom. It's up to you. That's why God gave us free will. You've heard it before. If God forced us to love him, then it wouldn't be true love. So adultery isn't just about sex, but it's about treating someone as an object and making that relationship temporary and breaking the trust between you and God and you and that person and showing you're unresponsible and showing you're untrustworthy. It's about letting the desire lead you instead of the truth. And in this month, I'm not condemning anyone, but I'm just looking at truth and looking at today's world. And this one is one of the most popular struggles in today's world that we all face. And it's just important that we know what it is and why it's bad. And in today's video, I covered this. Stay tuned for the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed.